Hello and welcome to Assault Squad Multiplayer Commentaries. This is a map analysis of the map Train Yard. I just woke up 15 minutes ago, so this might be a little, yeah. So, it's a 2v2 map. One team starts over here in this area. It's where I spawned today. And another team spawns here. In general, the wooded side is good for flanking, very good for infiltrators, whereas this side has the buildings here. It is a good defensive location as opposed to this side. If you want to push up onto middle, I would suggest using these boxes right here and sneaking your troops in while list forces are covering. It's a good idea to leave these what do you call it, coal carrier things up for the early game. They are good, you can shoot through them, put a MG behind them, just don't deploy it as a sandbagged MG and you should be fine. Late game, it's best to collapse these. As you can see, it's pretty vulnerable. If you have a tank, you can't exactly maneuver, you must face the enemy at all times. It really limits your mobility. As you can see, I can put my units on top of buildings. You can also do it on this one. And this one, I think. Although I'm not sure, but no, this one's a different building type. You can also build sandbags on top of these buildings, giving you a little extra defense, but more importantly, your soldiers will be in a crouched position, therefore giving them a better arc fire rather than keeping them prone on the ground, or in this case on the roof, if you do not choose to put sandbags on these buildings. Now these buildings are somewhat used in pushing and defending middle. Normally that's what I see them used as, but some players enjoy trying to push up to the side very early in the game because you have a lot of cover here, whereas the opposing team player has somewhat their cover is somewhat bare. Although being that you have this building, you can get an MG or a few rifles, maybe a sniper on this building. It eliminates the effectiveness of cover here, and the little blue and white boxes right here. These train carts are indestructible. They will block any shot that you fire at them, so keep in mind of that. Everything on this building and on this map should be destructible apart from those. You have a train here which is get-inable, it's drivable. You also have one here. I believe you can drive the crane as well. Yes, you can. Now these vehicles are useful as they do not have a open canopy. You cannot shoot the driver inside them. So if you have infantry inside the surrounding area, put one of your men inside these. They cannot be hurt by small arms fire, and the AI will automatically shoot at them. A good way to draw fire. Middle, this building is destroyable, as many of you know. A good tactic would be to get a tank or something and ram down this corner of the building. That way you can get inside here, and as you can see, the point is actually slightly overlapped, so that if you were inside this building, you would also be able to cap the point. A good measure to use AT guns would be to put them on the hill, right here or right here. Do not ever put them on the slope, as this will draw fire really easily. An HG shell hitting the backside of the hill will also take out your crew, whereas if you put them on top, that will not happen at all, and any shots that land on the slope will just simply ding off. Okay, and what else? As I said, this is a pretty vulnerable flank. Be sure to get a few SMG troops placed around the bushes. Look out for infiltrators. Very good early game if you want to sneak a AT bazooka right into their back flanks and wait until late game to bust that out. Also a pretty good flanking. It's also pretty good for flanking, as you can put troops on these little pallets here, good here, and then you can easily take the point that is supposed to be here. And that's it. Thank you and goodbye.